What's up? What's up from New York City? Brooklyn, New York. That is. I just wanted to make a quick coronavirus update. Check in with everyone because it's been quite some time since we've done one of these exchanges of hellos and what's going on. So, if you guys haven't heard, our governor of New York State has announced it's a statewide lockdown of the state. So, there's a couple interesting rules and some things that are good, some things that are questionable. I think of it. Myself, I think that as serious as this thing is, we should have probably done this a lot earlier. But I understand how hard it is to implement some of this stuff in a place like New York City. But we're there now, so basically, all New Yorkers are ordered to work from home or not go to work at all unless they're deemed an essential business, essential jobs, anyways. So employees in government work, they can still work. What else? All non-essential business has to close. So things like hair salons and originally bike shops, but that has been overturned because there has been a huge influx in cycling in New York City. So if you guys are in New York, I encourage you to, even if you don't have anything to work on your bike, maybe go send them a call and tell them that you want to buy, a couple extra tubes, and a chain, just some things that you might need down the road, just to give them a little extra support now. While bike shops are deemed now essential, an interesting thing I thought is essential that they deemed essential is liquor stores and wine shops. Those are deemed essential businesses and those will stay open, which I guess from like a level of sanity, maybe people need some kind of vice if we're all stuck inside. But that just seems a little strange, seeing how we are battling a pandemic that targets people with weakened immune system, or at least people with weakened immune systems are more susceptible to the threat. So alcohol doesn't really help that, but it's New York. I don't know. In California, weed dispensaries are actually still allowed to be open, and there are medical reasons for that. I approve of that. The liquor store and wine thing, I don't know. Mass transit and roadways, they're all open here in New York still. Restaurants and bars can still deliver to your house, and I think they can deliver alcohol for some reason. I've been seeing some people's feeds with drinks being delivered. I've heard of margaritas being you're allowed to pick up. So more alcohol things, which is a really strange thing. Other than that, you're not really supposed to go outside. So that's kind of the reason why I'm here at the studio right now. This whole thing goes into effect Sunday at 8 p.m. I've been doing my best to distance myself from everybody. I have been going on bike rides and keeping separation from the people I'm riding with. From now on, though, I'm still going to be riding my bike outside once a day. It's still legal to go out on these solo rides and run or take a walk. I think it's important that people do get out and go out. Obviously, if you're feeling sick, I wouldn't recommend that. But if you're not feeling any symptoms, you should, for your just peace of mind, it's just important, at least to me. I made a whole video about the effects of not cycling. And the effects some of the mental effects it had on me from not riding my bike. So I don't want to go. I know where I don't want to go. So hopefully they keep it open for riding bikes. I know in some countries, like some people have told me, Spain and in Italy, you're not allowed to ride your bike at all, unless you're going to get groceries, and that's it. They're very strict over there, there's numbers. The reason why is from the numbers. I hope we don't get that far. Hopefully we shut it down early enough. We'll see. New York is a very dense place, so who knows how long and how far this thing's going to spread. Yeah, I don't know. Those are a couple bullet points I just kind of wanted to go over. So the reason why I'm here at the studio, this is probably one of the last times you're going to see me in this location for a live stream. Unfortunately, I'm going to do what I can to pack up. I don't know what things I can bring, but I'm going to try to make a smaller unit for this live stream thing at my house. So I will be doing live streams from my house, hopefully with the same kind of quality. I don't know if my internet should be fine, but I know the internet here is much better. I think it'll be okay. On top of that, yeah, I'm doing it a day early, so I can go home and test it tonight, and then I still have a couple hours tomorrow if I need to grab a couple more things. I'm trying to do the most nimble live stream package possible. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I hope everyone at home is being safe. I hope no one's ill. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the chat here and just see what everyone's doing. You know, I mean, we're all at home. Well, I will be locked at home soon. But let me see here. Dude, someone said get that Zwift ride going. Man, I totally would. I don't have a smart trainer at my house, unfortunately. So let's see, where's everyone checking in from? How is how is this thing hitting you guys where you're at, whatever part of the country you're at? We got France checking in. They're quarantined. In Chicago, it's like 50% normal traffic. Yeah, I got the magenta windbreaker. Oregon's almost fully quarantined. It's kind of crazy how it's not, being right in between Washington and California like that. I imagine that's going to happen soon, unfortunately. Germany has so many cases and no lockdown yet. That's crazy. You're from Germany. Can you tell me about, people have been sending me articles on the U.S. military being in Germany right now with like a ton of tanks and stuff, which is, I don't want to get into conspiracies on this channel. I don't want to go down that route, but I don't know, it'd be interesting if you've seen anything. Hungary's going to be on lockdown on Monday, maybe, it says. Fernando, there's no curfew here, but you can't be outside unless you're like exercising or something, going on a walk. So I would rather have a lockdown and you're allowed to walk, and go to the grocery store than a curfew. I don't know if I like the curfew thing, but who knows how far this thing's going to go. Bavaria is locked down. Justin, yeah, I agree with you on the curfew. What is that? Oh, with less traffic, people are more likely to run red lights. Yeah, you're probably right. I took my last video production job probably for a long time A lot of things have been canceled over the last few months, weeks, really. And I got a job like a couple days back. It was a traveling job, and we ended up in Times Square pretty late at night. It was like 12:30, and there was a lot of police presence there. So it made me think about how much maybe there's like what's it called, like civil policing going on in society. When there's more people around, maybe there's more people to snitch on people and like self-police. So now that there's less people, it's a little sketchier if you're like walking down a road and there's only, 3 other people or another person. Things can get a little sparse, I guess. So I saw a lot of police force out, at least in the Times Square area. It was mostly cops and then random people, just kind of stragglers. And the cops weren't wearing gloves. I mean, not that you have to wear rubber gloves or face masks, but none of them were wearing any of that stuff. And I know that stuff is in short supply, so that's probably why. What about airports in New York? So far, domestic flights. I know most international flights are canceled. There's nothing. The borders are closed to anyone coming into our country unless you're a U.S. citizen or a diplomat of another country. And there are still domestic flights, I believe. I don't know for sure, but last I checked, there were. Joe's here from Montana. Nick is saying Manhattan's going to become a ghost town. Yeah, probably, Nick. I bet. Tomorrow, I'm going to get one last legal. I guess I can do it. I want to film Manhattan like when it's, when everyone's locked down, because it's still technically legal for me to do that. So while we're in this stay-at-home thing, while I'm getting my like bike ride time in, obviously I'll have a GoPro with me, and maybe I'll do a ride in Manhattan while I can. I'll go on a Central Park ride or something, and I'll film on the way up and the way down just to show you guys like how desolate it is. It was already feeling that way like a couple days ago. So let's see. The lockdown in France is getting more and more strict. What do you mean by that? Are they not letting you go out for exercise and go to the grocery store? Mark wants to see the haircut. I did that today because once they closed essential businesses, I looked at my hair and I was like, I need a haircut, and I'm going to have to learn how to cut my own hair. All I did was shave the sides of my head, and it's actually really bad. My girlfriend gave me a dirty look when I walked out of the house. I left the top, It's getting so long. I probably really fucked up on the back of my head. I'm not going to show you that. I don't have like a mirror to see what I'm doing. Ryan, just got back from Golden Saddle, dude. Hell yeah. Support the homies. That's a great shop. Poland, Germany's head is exploding. Greece is open for now. Matt Watson in the house, everybody. Yo, I know London is taking a really crazy stance on this thing, or at least they did early on. They were just, from my understanding, Matt, please correct me if you're still in here, if I'm wrong. It was the way that they were approaching it was they wanted it to spread. They didn't want to shut everything down too early because it wouldn't flatten out properly, the the curve. Nothing would happen, and then it would spike way later. I think that's what I gathered from it. So they were like letting the virus kind of spread on its own. It just seemed so bizarre when I was like listening. I was on BBC radio listening, and I was like, what are they? Doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, so that's wild. Clinton Hill, Brooklyn, inside as hell. Yeah, that's where I should be. I wish I had a trainer. I don't have a trainer yet. I don't think I'm going to get a trainer because I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent in 3 months. I'm laughing. I mean, that's a nervous laugh. I know everyone's in the same position, at least here in New York. So we'll see what happens, as time goes on. A recumbent ride in Montana, no lockdown. Damn, Joe. That's awesome. I've never ridden one, but I've always wanted to. I wanted to see how much it seems like pedaling one of those. A recumbent is like when you're sitting in like a lazy boy seat almost. You're almost laying down, like on your back. Like pedaling that way just seems like you would use a whole different muscle group. I'm kind of interested. I always wanted to ride one. Maybe when this is all over, I can go ride one. I'm not going to borrow someone's now and exchange fluids with them. Exchange fluids. Yo, Fred from Bed-Stuy, Germany, Philly, Slovenia. Sorry, I don't know what town that is in Slovenia. Ljubljana, Kakistan. 2 cities locked down in Kakistan. All right. Turkey, you're in Rochester. You were the first quarantine area in New York. You doing all right over there? I know they have like National Guard and everything helping over there. It's kind of weird how many people are outside. Kind of hard to feel safe. I'm in Seattle. Yeah, it's kind of like that here too. Like when we were at Prospect Park, because you're allowed to exercise and be outside. Like everyone's going to Prospect Park or whatever to do that, and there were a lot of people out. Switzerland's getting hit really hard. Michigan. Hamilton, Ontario, the bike systems are pretty dead. Spain, total lockdown. Police are arresting runners. Oh, what? Arresting? Like, what is... That's a problem I was thinking about before. It's like, how can you don't want to group people together. So when you arrest people, you're grouping them together. So it's like, goes against the whole thing. I don't know. That seemed like a situation that is hard to avoid. Humboldt, California. Stay safe out there. Bosnia. Portugal. You can still ride your bike alone. I hope that's like this for a while, man. Sydney, the country's on lockdown. Beaches are closed. Quiet streets. And no toilet paper. Oh no. That whole toilet paper thing is silly, man. Ukraine. Marlon says, no, bro, no tanks in Germany. Okay. I keep getting articles about Defender Europe 20 or something. Oh, there was a NATO exercise in Eastern Europe. It's all canceled due to the virus. I mean, I was just sent a video clip of tanks in desert color, like tan, being shipped towards Chicago, and then someone else in Long Island being shipped down Long Island towards New York. So people were like, what the fuck is this about? People are worried about like martial law kind of lockdown happening. In Chile, they're doing full quarantine soon, so yeah, get out there and ride while you can, but be safe when you do it. You don't want to take up a hospital bed right now. In Belgium, you're still allowed to ride. Romania's locked down. They're allowed to walk groups of 3 people max. Yeah, we're not allowed to hang out with anybody. It's supposed to be solo. Curfew at 2200. Yikes. That's 10 p.m. for you guys who don't do military time. Saw some U.S. tanks moving through trains on eastern Germany. That's what I was talking about. That's what people sent me too. South Dakota bicycle dude, what up, man? Keep riding. $800 deaths in Italy alone today. That's terrible, man. I heard that number, it just pretty much doubles every day. Like, what it was like 400 yesterday, right? I think it was 400 yesterday, 3 something the day before. It's fucked up. Yeah, all the NYC hospitals are running out of supplies, for sure. Justin has a good question, and I've thought about this myself. What's going on with the homeless during the lockdown? Really? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either, man. I know that they're supposed to be, you know, giving them shelter during this time. And then that raises another question later. It's like, so you only give them shelter when there's a pandemic, but you can't give them shelter other times? Like, I don't know. Um, Anyways, that's a whole nother thing. Gonna be a rather sad summer, I guess. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, here we go. This is what I wanted to hear from. I wanted to hear from someone from Florida because there's those clips of all the spring breakers going crazy out in Florida. The kids that are like 21 to 24, you know? Miami, Florida, bars, clubs, beaches, and schools locked down, but no state quarantine yet. So far, I heard 7 p.m. 7 p.m. curfew. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, those kids on the college kids on that made the news on those interviews, they really the media really took that and ran with it and made them look bad. That's why I don't talk to news ever. They can just like trim up whatever you say and like, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure that's exactly what those kids said, but it makes you look real bad. Good news, the airport in Berlin is already done. Oh, they built a new airport? That's cool, man. They're putting homeless in hotels and convention centers. Where are you at, Roland? How is the stream so clear? I'm using a Ursa Mini. It's a Blackmagic camera. And I'm using an A10 Mini Blackmagic Stream Deck. And I move my monitor over here so I can look right at the camera kind of and see what the camera sees. Got some audio. It's good audio. Yeah, I don't know. Does that answer your question? The internet's really good here too. We have fiber at this place. News says one person in NYC is dying every hour. What the fuck? I don't know what the death toll. I think the death toll is over. I think it's over 100. Or it might be under 100 in New York, but like as this thing spreads, it's supposed to multiply in a way. I'm not really sure. I didn't hear that. That's crazy if it is. They just passed a law in Seattle where cyclists can roll through stop signs. Wow. That's awesome. I like that. Russ is bored in the UK. Yo, Russ, just click on my little thing. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and then just hit the hotline or rough cut playlist. And then you won't be bored anymore. Just playing with you, man. You guys got to give me some ideas of like, I mean, I have some ideas how to keep everyone, entertained during this, but like we got to keep this exchange going somehow, you know what I mean? So I'm going to try my best and do a live stream every day. But if we're all just stuck in our houses, not interacting with other people, then we're going to run out of things to talk about. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll go real deep into something. That'll be cool. Let's see. I'm going to keep me riding, man. What am I going to ride today? I filmed where's the little camera setup? It's over there. I just rode the track bike. I rode the track bike today. You know what I can show you? So it's very bad timing with all this coronavirus thing, but hopefully one day I'll get to build it up. But Affinity has me on a new prototype gravel bike, and I want to show you guys. So let me show you. Here's the fork right here. Burly as fuck. It's carbon. But check out the frame, it's beautiful. Look at this thing. Can you see look at the Affinity right there? It's like polished. This is a stainless steel frame, so it looks like it's Thai. It's matte. It's got like a nice matte finish, and then they like really nicely polished, like laser polished or something, Affinity logo on here, and then the like marks on the down tube. Super clean. This is their new gravel bike that will be coming out one day. The head badge there too, and it's got a mark on the top tube as well. It's a pretty sweet bike. Can't wait to ride it if I can ever get it built. Anyways, yeah, man, gravel bikes. That is still a prototype, so there might be some changes on it once we get it There's a few of them, a few of us who are gonna be riding them. Um, so once we ride them and give a little feedback. Crazy Bones, do I still have the sniffles? Right now, no. But when I ride my bike, since forever, you guys actually pointed it out. My nose runs when I ride my bike. I mean, stuff just comes out. I mean, I think it's good for me. It's kind of your it's part of your, I believe it's part of your like lymphatic system. Maybe you're just kind of blood's moving, getting shit out. I don't know. So yeah, I don't have it right now, but as soon as I get on the bike, in fact, the video of me riding here, I was sniffling on the way here. It's just like the cold air and maybe the pollen in the air. I don't know. Do I sound like I'm sick? Let's see. Fred J saying thanks for the dope ride yesterday. Dude, thank you. The ride was sweet. The video was cool. It was cool to edit that. It's going to be a while until I'm going to ride with people like that again, I think, unfortunately. Unless, I don't know. I don't know how we can get away with it. I don't want to put people at risk, but I'd say, if I've been isolating myself for 2 weeks and those same people I'm riding with have been isolating themselves for 2 weeks and no one's sick, then like maybe it's safe to say we're good to go. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm not going to make those calls, but I would think herd immunity. So Matt's saying the thing about London and them letting people kind of spread it. It was more to do with the government not wanting to pay out for closing businesses. Yeah, but they're going to have to pay out for closing businesses anyways. The sad thing about this whole thing is they're going to do these huge plans to like bail out companies, but it's not going to help like someone like me who has a small, video. I'm like a freelance DP. Like I'm not getting bailed out for shit. I have, all kinds of expenses that I can't pay now. So I'm not getting no fucking bailout. There are plans in New York that I can apply for. Thank you to those of you who sent some of that information to me. I do appreciate it. Let me see. That's my little ramble there. I think, yeah, Matt, you nailed it right there. It's all gone, locked down now. We're just trying to stay positive. Dude, that's the key in this whole thing. That's something I have on my bullet point that I wanted to close with is, I don't know if you noticed the energy or the themes in some of my videos. Some people have mentioned some things, but I find it important to always be positive. I know it's easy to say and hard to do. But if someone's being nasty to you, it's not going to get you anywhere to be nasty right back at them. In fact, it fucks with their head when you're extra positive to them right back. You're not giving them any ammunition to hit you again with some negativity or some bullshit. So that's what I'm always trying to do. So just keep it positive, man. I agree. That's the same goes for the situation that the world's in. Keep it positive. Orlick is saying he's gonna buy some merch to support me. Thank you, Orlick. Like I don't. That's not necessary. I think I'm encouraging everyone to save their money for rent or whatever. Save, have a stockpile for at least 3 months to get you by. That's my words of wisdom for all this. Who knows? You might need more than that, but 3 months is a good number, I feel like. And if you want to support the channel or support me through this, I mean, the easy way that doesn't cost any money is when you're bored, turn off your ad blocker and just watch some of my YouTube videos. Like, that's the easiest way. Like, I don't feel like you should be spending any of your money on any hotline merch or stickers right now. And speaking of hotline stickers, I have all the stickers orders from 2-3 weeks back until now. They're all on hold. In fact, I was thinking of just locking the store so no one can make purchases, but the purchases have slowed down on their own anyways. So I feel like everyone knows that if you were to order some stickers from me, I'm sorry, I can't get them out to you for a while. I don't know when I can get those out. So I am sorry about that. Anyways, save your cash for food and rent and bills and fucking student loans. God damn. Hate student loans. I'm going to skip down through some of this stuff. Sorry, everybody, if I skipped your question or comment. Let's see. Budget Built says, the guy that blew snot rocket on you in Prospect Park made me physically sick. What an ass. Yeah. What the hell? Why did my gimbal just turn on? I don't think it was his fault. In fact, I had that feeling. Gimbal keeps turning on its own. Right here. Sorry. I even mentioned it like, oh, I don't want to get too close to these guys. You know, I'm kind of like, I was like catching up to these two roadies. And I was like, I should give them some space. Oh, maybe I'll grab their wheel. I don't want to get too close. And as soon as I said that, he like leaned over and like blew a snot rocket and then immediately realized and came over and apologized and was, you know, talked about how this is a terrible time to do that. I'm guilty of blowing snot rockets myself. I usually check, but here's a better way. Bring a fucking handkerchief with you and just blow a snot rocket into your handkerchief. Put it back in your jersey pocket. That way you're not blowing it around everywhere. Let's see. Seb is saying there's no toilet paper, noodles, and milk. You can get, well, noodles is a big one. Oh, in Germany. You don't need milk. You can get away without milk. You don't need toilet paper. You probably don't need noodles, but I feel for you on the noodles. In Germany, you're supposed to get permission slips to go to work. Oh, wow. Gun stores in California running out of handguns. Wow. F. Alterbach Brackley. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it, especially in these times. That was you didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate it. That's extra effort in these times. Dropping some cash, I do appreciate it. He's saying, why do I always wear a hat indoors? Because my hair's always messed up. I just cut my hair. Still got the top, but the sides are super short. In France, they said they're saying they're locked down and they will be until the end of April, beginning of May. I hope it's only April and May. I feel like it might be longer than that. In Mexico, our president says we are safe with amulets. Oh, shit. All right. Can you bring me one of those amulets? Chile, the government has just reported the first official death plus 400 cases, but always lie with those numbers. I mean, I think that's the truth with. The truth is, there's the numbers aren't always accurate, or they're always going to be skewed in one way or the other. And there's only so many tests, so just because there's not a lot of cases doesn't mean a lot of people don't have it. That's the problem. You got to test everybody, but there's not enough tests. That's the whole problem. If everyone could get tested right at the same time, we would know who's infected, who's not, and you can just immediately quarantine those people. What do we got here? Oh man, you're working retail? Are you still working right now? If you're in a major metropolitan area in the US, you should start having a plan for the enforcement of these strict rules coming. I bet. Yeah. I was just thinking about that. Like, should I go upstate or something? Should I leave? I don't know. Yeah. Who knows what would happen in a place like New York City if everyone was locked down and confined to their houses for over 2 months. I guess we will see, won't we? It could get really crazy. John is saying, we are all in the same boat worrying about money and rent, buddy. The same here in UK. Just keep your chin up. Yeah, I'm keeping it positive. I was just being real with it. It's a thing. Marlon, keep your head up and keep it positive. Remember that. And if you can ride your bike, do it. It helps a lot. Let's see, what do we got here? I think I just skipped some shit, sorry. Yeah, fear propaganda, that's one thing that one idea, one thing I try not to go too far into with all this stuff. It's hard to tell when a huge entity like the government is trying to help or just trying to scare you, so. If they have enough money to bail out banks, they surely have enough dough to help small business and self-employed. I wish that was true, but I'm not filling their pockets when they're going to run for government positions later. So I don't have anyone. I forget the proper term for that, but I'm not running their pockets, so they don't owe me any favors. They don't know who the hell I am. They need to tune into YouTube. Coffee shop in Inwood, and they are an essential business. Yeah, I think a lot of cafes are staying open in New York. I think if we were in more of a suburban area, that wouldn't be the case. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think a Starbucks would stay open in like some suburban area in California. I think that would be forced to close. Yeah, Darren Lewis Harris, is saying, yeah, this is true, Darren, about Adobe. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted this 2 days ago. But basically, if any of you guys have Adobe Creative Cloud right now, you, no matter the plan, no matter how much you're paying every month, um, you can go into your subscription settings online and you can cancel your subscription, and it'll look like you're about to cancel your subscription all the way, and then right at the last little thing, it'll give you this little setup that says like, do you want Adobe? We'll give you like 2 months for free, and you click yes, and then it shows you how much you save, and then you're set up and you're good. And then I've heard from others that's 2 months, and then if you want to give them a call on the phone, they'll give you another month for free. So I haven't done the phone call yet, but thanks for bringing that up, Darren. So any of you who have Adobe, I do recommend doing that. Me myself, my subscription, I have the full suite because I use a lot of the programs, and I saved $120 something. So that's nice. I mean, that's groceries. You know what I mean? Which I need those groceries. Dan Anderson, welcome to the channel. I'm glad you found the videos. I'm happy that you're here. I'm sorry that we're all in this situation now, but hopefully I can keep making things for as long as possible, and when I'm stuck inside, at least I'll have the live stream set up and I can just get on here and we can just talk it out, talk our feelings out, see what's going on, share ideas, get a pulse on the rest of the world, because you people are we're all over the world. You people, all of us are all over. So if we can keep coming together like this, I feel like it's a better indication of like the pulse of everybody and what's going on, rather than just hearing it from the media. So I think these live streams are important. The conspiracy theorist loving small portion of my brain in the very back somewhere thinks there could be something that would block communications to all of us regular normies who are just regulars, not big business, government, or anything. World powers. I have a feeling there's a slight tingle in my brain about what if they shut the internet down? We're fucked. That's all I'm saying. So I'm gonna leave that there with that. I don't want to. That would be terrible. We would all be isolated and without communication with each other, and that would be the ultimate conspiracy like thing that happened. So let's hope that doesn't happen, huh? Wow, that was a ramble rant. Hear anything in the update on any cure or antibiotics for COVID-19? Just the stuff that's on the news, in the American media anyways. It's there's a malaria drug that supposedly has some kind of promising results, and then there's some other thing that has promising results, but that's it. Apparently China has some stuff that they're working on, or they already are working on, but it's just hard to trust everything that's going on from the different media sources. But nope, that's all I've heard. Where's the name Hotline come from? We needed a name for the video, and I was brainstorming with my buddy Amir, and he said Hotline, and I said, God damn, that's a great name. So that's what it is. Heart Pumper is suggesting buy flour and eggs and make your own noodles. Hey, I was going to say that earlier, but you know, not everyone can cook. But that's a great idea. Make your own noodles. It's going to be better anyways. It's going to taste better. I just got a 1-minute ad with no skip. I'm pissed. Shit. Sorry, man. John is saying you look really stressed and beat. Perfectly understandable, but there does look like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. China, where it started, is now looking like the cases are dropping. Yeah, for sure. The numbers are dependent on the test. True. Danny, this is a magenta windbreaker. Shivit, what's going on in Moscow, man? I don't hear anything from Russia. I'd like to know. Frank is saying, come hang with us at 22. Oh, I'd love to, man. Are the doors open? Danny, I shaved the sides of my head, yeah, because there's no one around to cut my hair anymore. George Herrera went out and bought a fucking bidet from Home Depot, and now he doesn't need toilet paper. What a smart fucking guy. That's what I was saying. Like, anyone who's traveled to a Southeast Asian country knows that those bidets and crazy toilets are the best. They even have the little privacy sound where it like has the sound of birds chirping, so no one can hear you splash when a poop drops into the toilet. It's interesting. Or your grunts. I don't grunt though. I don't poop at all or fart. Just for the record. There's a new form of testing that's more efficient. Hopefully, yeah, they're using, okay. All right. Thank you, Martin. Here we go. Dawson says, in Portland, the convention center is sheltering homeless, and so far, drafts for shelter-in-place orders have included allowing cycling for exercise. That's great. Do I have somewhere to go outside in NY in a small town in case things get worse? I don't. I don't have anywhere, really. I don't know anybody. I haven't heard anything about Minneapolis being locked down. Danny is asking, can I work from home? No, there's no work. There's no video production work because no one's spending money. There's no companies working on videos, so there's no one hiring me to shoot them. Unfortunately, and that's just the reality. So I am making revenue through YouTube. Yes, that's why I was saying, you know, if you guys want to help me, just watch the videos with your ad blocker off, and that'll help me gain some little bit of revenue. It's not a whole lot, but it's enough that it's worth it. Netflix and YouTube downgraded streaming quality in the EU to help free up bandwidth for people working from a home office. Wow. Max Borman, is YouTube your full-time job? Well, Max, right now it's my full-time job. Oh, man. This is all I got right now. Yeah. Danny, you're an animator, MoGraph guy? Dude, let's connect. Hook me up with some stuff. I'll pay you in exchange, or we'll just work on exchange. We don't need money for this stuff. I would love some motion graphics or something. Little intro, a little like boop, 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 boop. You know, something to make the channel look more pro. Ah, see, there we go. Budget Bill is saying that Starbucks in Humboldt, California is shut down, but all the cannabis shops are open. Keith, happy to have you here. Yeet the rich. David, cycling is legal right now on solo rides. Steven wants me to get all conspiracy. No, I can save that for a future live stream when things, if things get worse. We can all go down that rabbit hole together. Joshua brings up something interesting. He works in connectivity. Governments shut down internet in some countries, but it's mostly around controversial government elections. Right now, ISPs, which are, what is the ISP is internet service providers? Yes. Are trying to keep the internet online. Well, thank God. Thank you for your service. There's a way around the internet being shut down called nodes. Yeah, that's basically private server. Yeah, I get it. Computer. Like we would all have to have our own nodes. We would have to have that set up before though, right? How would we communicate to get that stuff set up? You'd need the addresses and everything, right? Oh. He's also saying, Josh is also saying, there's huge internet traffic increases right now. That's obvious. And it's taxing the internet infrastructure. If it goes offline, it's not intentional. See, that's where my conspiracy brain would turn on, though. Danny is asking if I tried filing for unemployment. I have, but I get 1099, so I don't have. There's no benefits there for me, because I technically don't put them on, or don't pay into them. Ryan V is asking how do I turn ad blocker off? If you're using Google Chrome, you had to get a plugin. So right by your little login head, there's a to the left there's a bunch of little icons, and the ad blocker is probably like a red circle with a hand like this, but there's many different kinds, and that's where you turn it off. Add some dubstep drops and a spinning name, Keith. I'm gonna dubstep has never been part of my my thing. I have nothing against it though. Weird, I just got a bunch of Venmo interactions. I don't know why it keeps telling me that. I paid somebody earlier for our friend had a car and she was getting groceries, so she offered to pick us up some heavier stuff. So that was really nice of her. So I Venmo'd somebody, and they keep getting a notification saying that they liked my payment. Like, this is the second day in a row. I don't understand. Need more acid. Your content has been a lot more produced lately. What is your goal with this? I don't know. Just this whole channel was an offshoot from me working in video production. It was a place for me to just experiment and do what I want, not do things for clients, not do things really on a team, just kind of by myself. So it started out real rough, and then, as time went on, I started to develop certain things and started to include more things like audio. As of more recently, I've been trying to really dial in the audio and do that kind of thing. Also, these live streams like this is like also a thing that I think is important to include. I don't know where we're going with this. This currently is my own. I'm actually, someone said, "Is this your job?" And now I'm taking it seriously because this is the only stream of revenue I have coming in is from YouTube. So now I'm going to take it serious, like it is my job. So, hi, my name is Terry Berenson, and I'm a YouTuber. That sounds really fucked up, but no, for real. I'm gonna keep going. Ooh. Jordan, you saw me earlier? Sweet, man. Say hi next time. Jordan, I have footage from, I was holding on to some stuff for the Bicycle Film Festival. I was making an edit for them. So I can premiere it there, but I think I might just post it on YouTube now that I don't have faith that the festival is going to happen. It usually happens in June. So I have that, and I came here to the studio to get my live stream stuff and my hard drives. Ayo. Oh, you're on YouTube Red? Damn, you're one of the few. You pay for YouTube. That's cool. No, I get a tiny bit of revenue from Red. YouTube actually pays me. Michael Kelly wants to know the longest one-day ride I've done. The longest, I haven't done anything over 120 miles. 120 miles is my longest ride. I know I can do a 200-mile day. It's just something that you have to adjust your body to do. So you need to prepare, at least a couple weeks before by building up your miles in the saddle. Anyone can do it. You guys can 200 miles sounds crazy, but you can do it. 120 sounds crazy, but you can do it. I would say if you're trying to do long rides like that, to start with, start with like a 15-20 mile ride, and that's like a very baseline mileage amount in my opinion. Most people who cycle frequently can do that within an hour, shorter than an hour, and then move from there. So try to get that under your belt. And if it's hard for you to do, then keep doing it until it becomes like something easy, and then add a little more. Try for a 30-mile ride. Try for a 40. I like to look at the map and be like, I want to ride here. And then that's kind of how I started to add miles when I first started riding. All right. I was rambling there. People are riding bikes in New Jersey. That's awesome, dude. Jason, he's asking when I'm going to San Francisco. I don't know, man. We're locked down. I can't go anywhere. Ali Shah's saying, just tuned in to say thanks for the Mamiya photo walk. Oh, man. Thanks for watching. Those videos take a long time. I was supposed to drop off all of this for some photo walks. Unfortunately, the photo processing places aren't open, so gotta wait on those. Do people on the coast ride when it's wet outside? Yeah. I try not to ride trails like while it's raining, or if it's like heavy rain the day before, or 2 days solid set days of rain, and then trails. I like to let it dry, because first of all, it's going to be messy and muddy. Second of all, you're going to end up kind of really rutting up the trails, so it's kind of bad etiquette in my opinion. But like riding road or like gravel and stuff, I think it's fine. Danny's making a video, a mobile game where you play as a bike delivery person and you deliver TP to people while dodging traffic. That sounds great. Yeah, Anton, I'll make a room tour for sure. All right. Scrolling to the bottom here, I got lost where I'm at. Did I ever do food delivery or parcel delivery? No, I tried. Never. I didn't. I applied for a company in San Francisco, but they didn't accept me. It's okay. Monotraumatic has a GH5 and the Elgato Cam Link. Best way to do video capture with it? I don't use that. I don't know the GH5 at all. I don't know, man. Sorry. I have an Elgato Cam Link and an Elgato Stream thing. I'm trying to sell them. I use an A10 Mini, a Blackmagic A10 Mini. Edgar is asking, where's Crusha? Dude, come on. Crusha's being safe, man. I don't know. I haven't seen him. Ian's asking, do I use Strava or Zwift? I use Strava. I don't Zwift. Never have. Not against it. Just haven't done it. Terry Berenson. Oh, Danny is adding me, Terry Berenson. Am I eating a lot of junk lately, being stuck inside? I know you're trying to get better about riding more, not drinking as much. You okay? Yeah. So I live with my girlfriend, and she has been killing it in the kitchen lately. Cooking a lot. Been eating at home all the time. So been eating well. Wallet is asking if I'm riding right now. I am riding right now, and I'm going to continue to ride until they say I can't ride. I'm not allowed to ride, so. Do an in-depth bike check of your collection. I mean, I've talked about all my bikes before, everything but my BMX bike, I think. So I don't know. I can do it again, I guess. I mean, I don't keep all my bikes at my house. My girlfriend would kill me if I did that. So that's gonna be a problem once I'm locked at my house. But that's a good idea for some content. You're right. Alexander, are you a biker? Yeah. My dad is a lit biker, man. That's cool. Shout out to your dad for being lit. Favorite bike if I had to choose one? Now I'm going to say my number 22 Drifter because it can ride over everything. Alexander, getting someone to hate something is never the answer. You got to get your dad to love skateboarding, not to hate biking. Joshua is asking if I'm ever going to get a road bike, buy a kit, and go on group rides. I have a kit, or 2, or 3, or 4. But probably not going on group rides for a while. Track stand challenge would be fun. Yeah. Should I do one right here? Let's see. This might be a hard one to do though, because here we go. I'm not going to be able to read the comments anymore. And also, my seat's kind of low. And the ground's a little cracked. There we go. You guys can't see me track standing though. I can just hold on to this table right here and you'd never know. The problem with the track stand challenge right here is that the floor, if you can see the floor, there's a dip and it's like this short, but it goes down right where my back tire is. So it's really hard. All right. See, I keep going down the ramp. Oh, I can just do it from here. There we go. Turn the mic. There, now you guys can hear me. Hey Terry, awesome 22 bikes. Gravel. Can't read from this far on the track bike, sorry guys. Should we go to oh no! Oh no! I almost lost it. I'm trying to get my wheel back. There we go. Okay. I was going to say, should we go to one hand and then no hands? I'm going to get tired doing this. This is going to be a tiring one. I can't answer any comments from here. That's the only problem. All right, I'm done. That whole like track stand. Do a track stand with no hands. It's like almost everyone can do it. And then it's like track stand, no hands, no feet. It's like what? Can't do that. the headphones. Watch the headphones. Okay. That was a fucking hour-long live stream, but thank you to everyone who joined. I do appreciate it. I know that we're probably going to see a lot of each other because we're all kind of locked down. Maybe I'll try to make this like the same time of day every day. I'll try to do one of these every day. Yeah. Yeah. I hope that we can make this work. We can all sit here and get through it. I hope everyone can get out there and ride, and if you can't ride, hopefully you have a trainer or something in your house, or you're finding other ways to stay get the blood pumping a little bit. Push-ups. Do push-ups. That's a good way. Do 100 push-ups a day. Start small. Work your way up to 100. Then do more than 100. Push-ups are a good way to get the blood flowing. I don't know. Jumping jacks. Anyways, be safe out there. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Gonna keep the daily uploads and try to incorporate some daily live streams until we get done with this whole thing. My name is Terry Berenson, and now my full-time job is a YouTuber, so you're going to see a lot of me. So tune in then. Thanks a lot.